Orange Dan, hello, welcome in.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Happy Tuesday, man. Welcome in. All right, let's see. We got ads starting in 22 seconds. We'll get those out of the way, and then we'll get the show on the road. Should be in bed, but whatever. Uh-oh. Ad starting soon, it says.
Hello.
Designed by Joe, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's week is treating them well. Just waiting on ads to start. You know, because countdowns mean nothing on Twitch, apparently. We're going to count down for the countdown here on Twitch. That's what we do. There it is. I gotta test something also. Ah, there it is. All right. Day 2 of what? It says in the title. What do you mean what? Oh, it's just running through. Let me see. Oh, nope. There we go. It does say in the title, right? Yeah. Sculpting candy corn monsters. Well, Jesus Christ. Well, Jesus. Holy crap. Jesus, Joe. Get that giveaway started off right. I wasn't sure till I read the thing. There you go, Dan. Designed by Joe. He's coming in rowdy today. Kicking off the stream with 10 gifted subs to the community, which, designed by Joe, that means you've got 10 entries, by the way. And we'll talk about all of that here in just a moment. Let me write this down. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait till after the ads and we'll talk about it. Joe, dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the huge amount of support there. Taking us over the sub goal. We just unlocked 2 more emotes, which was the entire purpose of the sub goal. So thank you, man. New record hype train too. Yes, a level 3. Level 3 hype train. Dude, thank you very much, man. Super appreciated. I didn't expect to be kicking off like, yes, the giveaway is actually a thing today. Well, it is an actual thing, but, you know, we had to... Orange Dan, where's the alerts? Why didn't I hear them? I see emotes. Where's the alert? Where's the alerts?
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
Here, let me see something. Why is Twitch being weird? What the crap? It doesn't even give me a chance to... Huh. I didn't hear the alert go off, did you? I saw the emotes. Interesting. Orange Dan gifting two subs. FDR 4356 and Foxy Tails. I think you said you were using Firebot. You can have it track the sub counts for you. No, I'm using Mix It Up. Yeah. I'm using Mix It Up. Let's get things started here. Let's pop over here. Guys, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Holy cow. Starting off things rowdy today. Let's get that back sound levels where they should be. And welcome in, guys. Thank you guys for kicking off the stream with some hype today. Again, designed by Joe, gifting 10 community subs. Thank you so much, dude. That puts us over our sub goal of 30, unlocking 2 additional emote slots, and officially kicking off our giveaway. And then Orange Dan coming in with 2 more gifted subs to the community. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate the support, dude. I really don't know why it's being weird. It didn't pop up with the alert, but I think it's because Twitch did it weird. It doesn't even, you know how in your dashboard you can have an alert replay? It doesn't even give me that option on Twitch, which is kind of weird. Let me maximize. Yeah. It's not letting me do it. But Dan, I appreciate it, dude. I see it. We saw all the emotes explode all over the screen. I'm really not sure what Twitch is doing because something here has changed. You saw the alert or just the emotes? Yeah, even on Designed by Joe's, it doesn't give an option to replay. Now, what about a regular sub? Because I'm curious. They took it away. It doesn't have an option to replay it now. Huh. Interesting. Well, if the alert didn't go off, not an alert, just the emotes, let me see something else. Just out of curiosity while we're sitting here chatting. Let me hop over to Stream Elements quick. Ooh, am I signed in on this browser? I am not. I can fix that. Activity feed. No, we want streaming. No, we want activity feed. Yeah. Yeah, it's right there. There we go. I don't know why it plays it twice. I don't know why it does that, but Dan, thank you so much. I appreciate it, dude. We're going to change up the music real quick. I'm feeling like some rock today. Is everybody good with that? Are we good with some rock? We'll just play a radio station here. All right, let's get a rock radio playlist going here. Okay, all right, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, folks. I'm going to throw some info in the chat to kind of go over what just happened. With exclamation point giveaway. Now, we talked about this on stream yesterday. Where's the music at? Let me know if I need to turn it down or up or anything. But anyway, we decided it would be kind of cool since we're doing multiple of these candy corn monsters, right? Yesterday we spent time doing foil armatures on 3 of these guys. And we talked about how it would be kind of cool to be able to do a giveaway. And I looked into it. I did some research last night. Shipping will be paid. I will take care of it. It's not going to kill me. In fact, a 30 sub goal is going to help pay for shipping. But what we'll do, and you can find information, there's a link there in that giveaway that takes you to the Discord. It's directly to the Discord post about it. But essentially, every single sub through the month of September, including gifted subs, will count as a single entry. And then on during the first week of October, I'll set an established date later on when we get closer to the time. We'll do a drawing live on stream. I'll print all the names out, put them into a hat or a container, and we'll pull out a winner. The winner will have 72 hours to claim. If they don't, we'll pull another name, and then I will be sending one of the candy corn monsters to one lucky winner. I thought that'd be kind of cool, and in a way, it's kind of super cool, at least to me, because this will be like the first publicly owned piece of my work. Of course, Menchie's got some, but that's not really publicly owned, right? She's directly right in the same household as me. You know what I mean? So, kind of a special thing in my eyes. I thought of you yesterday. I saw someone taking caramels and shaping them, putting mint leaves in their hands and burying them in chocolate brownies to make edible mandrakes. That's funny. That's great. Level 4, let's see. Thank you all for a wonderful ride to level 4. Yes, we did. Level 4 hype train, guys. Thank you. Again, thank you very much for the support. I'm going to go ahead and Discord. Modify the announcement. Helps if I'm in my Discord. Actually, I'll just do this. Giveaway unlocked. And there it is. All right, so, and that is retroactive. So, of course, yesterday was the first stream of September. So, we had a couple names yesterday. Grin and Ye Old Fart each have an entry in for a sub and a gifted sub. And designed by Joe, that's 10 for you. And then Orange Dan, that's 2 for you. And then will, of course, update like later on if your sub renews or what have you. That'll count as an additional entry. So each gifted sub is one entry to the person that gifts the subs, right? And let me just reply to Menchie here. Okay. Again, thank you guys for the incredible support. And I'll look at the emotes. We've got a couple that we are alternating and we can throw those in. But we are getting to the point where we'll get some more emotes in addition. So we're at a point today on the project that we can start putting clay on. And we're going to kind of work back and forth a little bit. We'll do it just however I feel like it. Like if I want to focus on one, we'll focus on one and kind of mix back and forth. But today we're going to start getting clay on and a lot of smoothing, a lot of blending, all that good stuff. We're going to have to condition some clay as well. Let's hop over here. And happy spooky season, guys. It's officially here. We're kicking it off. Well, we kicked it off yesterday. Let me get my gloves on and the pasta machine. We're going to start conditioning some clay. And just to kind of go over our ideas here real quick. This one's going to be a Cyclops. And he's going to have, you know, like fangs. I did carve out a little bit of he wasn't like this yesterday. I carved out this section for his mouth. I wanted to give myself a little room to work with instead of a flat surface. So I did that last night. This guy, let's see. Yeah, this guy's going to have his mouth open, like in shock. He's going to be kind of surprised and shocked. And this one's going to be like a menacing, mischievous smile, full of fangs, and two round, black, beady eyes for this one. And then there might be a fourth one. We'll see how long these three take us. But I may do a fourth as well. All right, sorry, I had to get my dashboard pulled back up here. And Dan, I see your question. So you haven't sold any of these things yet? Nope. Everything I've made is right here in my home, or one piece is hanging from the rear view mirror in Menchie's car, and then she's got one at her office at work. But everything's owned by the two of us. You know, nobody else owns any of my work so far. Never sold anything or made anything for commission or anything like that. It's all just been for me. What the hell? Did they change the box? Why is it stuck? Oh. That's probably why. Hey, there you go. Dave, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. And yeah, designed by Joe. Kicked off the stream with all kinds of hype today. And you can show some love to Designed by Joe by dropping a follow. Joe is a goldsmith and streamer here on Twitch, making jewelry of all varieties. Very cool work. Gonna lay down for a bit, Dan. I didn't catch, man. You feeling under the weather today? I hope you get some rest, and I hope you get to feeling better, whatever it may be. And thank you again for the gifted subs, dude. And for swinging through, especially. Oh, you've been up all night. Okay. If you said that previously, I apologized. It got lost in the fray. Yeah, that'll do it, man. I can't quite handle it. I miss the days when I was younger and I could stay up all night and it not really faze me. I remember weekends where I'd go to my dad's house. I'd stay up all night Friday night playing Super Nintendo, and I'd hop on my four-wheeler in the morning and be gone all day. And then come back and Saturday night be up late and be fine. I tried to do that today. Oh my. I'd be dead to the world. See you on later. Gonna try to do it from the shop from my phone. Nice, man. Yeah, well, we'll be here for a while today doing some work. So if I see you later, I'll see you later. If not, I hope you have a good rest of your day. And then, of course, I'll be back to it on Thursday. No stream tomorrow. Gonna go visit my grandfather, get some errands taken care of. Yeah, Dave, Joe does some awesome work over there, for sure. In fact, super secret stuff. And I don't know when on the time frame or anything, but at some point I need to talk to Joe about a potential gift idea. May 4th joke? I was gonna melt it down, but another streamer wanted it. Is this, yeah, I was gonna say, this sounds like highly suspect. Sure is. Okay, let's roll out some clay. Ooh, a little chunk of Sculpey in there. Let's get that out. What I'll do is, we'll roll this up, or roll this out rather. Then I'll kind of smush it all. We'll get a nice big sheet. Because I'm hoping to just kind of drape it over. So we have like a nice even coverage. That streamer probably strokes it nightly and I can't. It's precious. Hmm. I want to try rolling it through this way and see what kind of sheet we can get. Not bad, not bad. Okay. I'm also kind of trying to monitor the little avatar. That's a new addition to the stream, of course. Just got to get the voice sensitivity dialed in. I noticed yesterday he was moving his mouth when there was some background noise. I want to minimize that. All right, let's see. Hola, Pedro's Workshop. Hello, welcome in. Hablan español un poco. Not much, though. Not comfortably. I've had 3 years of Spanish, but that was a long time ago. And of course, when you don't get the opportunity to use something like that frequently, it just doesn't stick very well, you know? Plus, I had college, and I lived in a town where Spanish was frequently spoken. In fact, when I lived in that town, I learned more Spanish than I did in all my formal education. Hey, Pedro, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. So, the idea is to just kind of get this draped around, right? And we'll have to do multiple pieces, obviously, but...
Hello!
You! Hello! Welcome in. From Argentina? Buenos Aires? Nice. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. And Hugh, that giveaway we talked about yesterday, it's already active, dude. I need a brush. It is official. We are giving away one of these at the end of the month. Well, the beginning of next month, technically, I suppose. And we'll start. This is liquid polymer clay, of course. This is going to help create a bond between the foil and the clay. And just put it on, brush it around. No real science or technique to it. Just make sure it's on there. It's going to get a little bit messy today, I have a feeling. A lot of surface area to cover with liquid polymer clay. That's going to inevitably get all over my gloves. Which giveaway? I wasn't around for the long... Oh, gotcha. So we're going to be giving away one of the candy corn monsters. The stipulation was that we hit the 30 sub goal this month to unlock more emote slots, and we just did, because Joe and Dan came in gifting subs. And so now every single sub and gifted sub counts as an entry. I was thinking you were here for that. I'm sorry. Let's see. What do we have? Put some on the bottom here. Right now, the whole objective is just to get clay on. And then we'll start shaping, smoothing, all that stuff after the fact, of course. But for right now, just coverage. I have to do a little bit of trimming here. We don't want it to fold, because then that's going to be excess clay, you know. We don't want any of that. So what I'll do, we'll just cut this. I love that. I love that thing. That actually comes from one of my videos. It may have been when I was sculpting the first creepy candle. I don't remember though. Let's get a large spoon. So we've got
I have
that.
no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
It's true, yeah. I'm sorry I said that out loud. Just booping buttons today, ignore me. No, that's what they're there for. That is what they are there for. In fact, there's a new one. Well, newer. I think it was last week. I think you've seen it though, Joe. The high five.
High five.
Yep, there it is. Not going to put any clay in the mouth for the time being. Or the eyes, for that matter. Literally just getting the outside coverage done. And listening to a little bit of, well, it's a mix. It's a radio mix today. Sleep Token, general rock mix kind of thing. Any Sleep Token fans out there? Not like a super fan, but I do like their music. Need to get to working on a chainmail choker soon. Sounds cold. Problem is, I don't know what style I'm going to go with. And until I figure that out, I can't order the rings I'll need. Oh boy. So you gotta... Yeah, man, I don't like making decisions like that when I don't have the materials in front of me. It stresses me out. But then I end up with materials that I've got for a specific reason. And then I don't have a reason because I changed my mind once I got them. But, you know, into the box it goes, and then I've got it when I need it. But yeah, I do not like trying to decide on things without the materials. And then when it's something like, it depends on what you decide as to what materials. Oh. Thankfully, the materials that I use aren't necessarily that big of an expense to have on hand. You know, if I buy it and then not use it, it's not a big deal. Because I'll have it if I do need it. Which kind of works out for me anyways, because that's just how, like, even back when I played Minecraft, for instance, right? I love building in that game, but I never liked building or starting a build until I had like a surplus of resources, so I didn't have to start and stop all the time. And over here, you can see what inspired this project. These guys, I sculpted towards the end of 2022 when I got back into sculpting after many, many years of not sculpting. I had some polymer clay on hand, and I sat down and I made a variety of things. Like some adult clay-themed entertainment. No, I'm just kidding. Grin, welcome in. Welcome in, Grin. Grin, you officially have an entry into the giveaway. It is now active. So your gifted sub, I believe it was yesterday, will count as an entry. And Joe made it easy on the community this morning. The unlock for the giveaway was to hit our 30 sub goal. And Joe came in and said, well, why wait? And he gifted 10 subs to the community. Orange Dan gifted 2 subs, and we're well beyond the goal now, so the giveaway is unlocked. I'm doing well, Grant, doing well. Doing well. Moving a little bit slow this morning, but it's going to be a lot of that this week. I got a busy week. Between, just streaming. Tomorrow, of course, there's no stream. I'm going to go visit my grandfather and get some errands taken care of. Thursday, I'll be streaming again. And then Friday, man, I got a 30-minute drive to take the rat to surgery. Of course, we talked about that yesterday. I found out I have to have her there at 8 a.m. Ugh. That's too early, man. That's I don't even want to think about this work week. Yeah. I need to stop staying up until 1:30 playing Star Wars Outlaws right now is what I need to do. I'm super hooked on that game. I've come to the conclusion that seeing the reviews and the discussion around the game, boy, we are spoiled now, aren't we? Like, this is a good game. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, and people have nothing but nitpicking complaints. And I don't get it. You have to wake up earlier to make sure you get there on time? Yep. Thankfully, the drive's not too terrible. It's mostly highway. So. But driving anywhere at 8 a.m., ugh, I hate it. I'm not a morning person. Put me on the road in the morning? Oh boy. I think it comes from years of developers releasing broken games, so any flaw gets called out from the rooftops. In the meantime, this game was made by Ubisoft, and we all know Ubisoft is notorious for some nonsense, right? Microtransactions in single-player games. The map being a convoluted mess of icons and feeling like you're just kind of following a line from point A to point B through the whole game. This game does none of that. And yet, all people want to do is shit on it. Because, it's not the pinnacle of stealth sims. It's not claiming to be a stealth sim. It's an action-adventure game. Calm down. You can't compare a game like that to Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is literally a stealth sim. You know? I'm all for criticizing where criticism is warranted, but man, it's like Starfield, last year. I don't think Starfield was nearly as bad as what people wanted to make it out to be. I played it. I enjoyed it enough. Is it perfect? No. Does it need to be? Absolutely not. What it needs to be is fun, and I had a whole lot of that. I do know I would hate to be in the games industry. Oh boy, what a mess. Between the companies, publishers, and the customers. Sounds like a quick way to want to jump off a rooftop, you know? Again, the idea right now, we're just getting clay on here. Music? Hello? This is a very quiet start to this song, apparently. I don't know how we ended up with, why can't I think of the name of the band that just played? Kind of weird that they were in this mix. Speaking of Starfield, I think the DLC comes out at the end of the month. I'll probably check that out, considering I already own it, so. Not a lot coming out, though, that's catching my attention. Not really intrigued by the new Assassin's Creed game that's coming out. I've already played Ghost of Tsushima. Why would I want to play that? Been some pretty great releases over the past year or so. Hogwarts Legacy. Oh yeah, Hogwarts Legacy was great. Hogwarts Legacy was great. Minchie and I both enjoyed the hell out of that game, and I cannot wait for more. I'm hoping that they got more coming. Baldur's Gate 3. I own it. I played it. I like it. I don't know. It just didn't keep me. It just didn't keep me hooked. I think it's just the pace of it, the gameplay pace. Because I kind of feel the same way about the same studio. They had Divinity Original Sin. I have Divinity Original Sin 2. A great game. I think it's phenomenally made. I just never finished it or got very far because it just doesn't hold my attention because it just takes too long to do anything, you know? When stuff leaves downtime like that, I start thinking about other things I could be doing, and it kind of ruins the game time for me. It's not for and that's the weird thing. Like, I like turn-based. It's just like turn-based on that scale gets overwhelming to the point where it's like I have an entire goddamn castle of people after me. This is going to take me like 5 hours to play through at this point. Yeah. Like I said, they're great games. I recognize that, and I truly appreciate them for what they are. And I think Larian is a phenomenal studio. It's just not something that's grabbed me. And maybe if I was playing co-op, it would be different, but Minchie's not into that kind of stuff. I can't even get her to play first-person games. That's struggle enough. She doesn't like the perspective. And it's like so many co-op games we could play that would be so fun, but they're first person. Let's see. Let me finish that message actually. Games that actually work after the day one patch, then you have disasters like City Skylines 2. Yeah, I've always been confused about that because I've played City Skylines 2 through Game Pass on PC, and I had no problems with it, so I was always very confused as to what all the problems with the game were. Because it's not even out on console, right? They like delayed the console release indefinitely. And I was even playing it when I had a 2080. It wasn't like I was running the 4070 Ti. So I don't know. I said I only going by my experience. I didn't see what the big deal was, but I think I just get lucky in that regard because when Cyberpunk came out, I bought it when it released on PC, and man, it was like a smooth experience for me. I thought people were legitimately making up. Aside from console, I knew console had issues, but when it came to PC, it's like, are you sure you're having problems? Your PC's just a potato. Because it was, like I said, it was a smooth experience right at launch for me. I love that game. I'm glad it finally has gotten a bit of a retribution run, because it certainly deserves the praise. What a great game. Choking on pretty much every machine on the market. Case of the publisher pushing a date the developers couldn't meet. Yeah, kind of like No Man's Sky, Sony. And then Hello Games just had to sit there and endure all of the bullshit. And kudos to Sean Murray. He's a bigger man than me, because if my studio was enduring that kind of scrutiny because of some bullshit the publisher pulled, oh hell no, they'd be under the bus. And I'm not going to sit there and watch my team get death threats and stuff because some publisher dictated when the release date was, you know? It's interesting time for the gaming industry for sure. These will probably go on a base when it's all said and done. I'll probably drill in there and add a little bit of a anchor. Yeah, that clay's really warm. It's kind of squishing around, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna be going through quite a bit of clay, probably a good bit of conditioning today. Needed major optimization at launch. It's in a much better state now, but they should have held the launch for another year. Yeah, it's unfortunate when stuff like that happens. Throw some weights into the bottom and turn it into a bobblehead. It'll be flatter once we get things going, but for right now, it's still it needs to have a little bit of curvature because it's a candy corn, you know, but we're not going to have enough clay. We may as well go ahead and condition more. All right. Look for lunch back in a bit. Hey, enjoy your lunch, Joe. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, we'll skip this song. That's a great song, but probably maybe don't listen to it on stream. I'm going to run this in long ways. Okay. Grab a drink real quick. Okay. Let's get some liquid polymer on this one as well. This is not my playlist, so it's actually like a radio. So if we need to skip any songs, we can do that. And again, if we need any volume adjustments, feel free to let me know. I hear things on a different audio level, different settings than you guys, so. This is a good song. For a long time, I thought this was Social Distortion. Because it sounds like it. In fact, I'm curious. Now I need to Google something. I was actually looking to see if it might have been a side project. Because it sounds like Mike Ness from Social Distortion, but it's not, apparently. All right. Yeah, once we start getting coverage on these, then we can really kind of go back and then start working on smoothing for the most part. And then once we get that to a point where I'm happy, we'll start working on face stuff.
It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
Already that time, is it? Okay. Well, tell you what, we're going to finish up the bottom portion here. So I can set them down. What is this? Sleep token. We'll blend there and right there, and then we'll be good for a break. Okay. That'll be a good stopping point, at least until we get back from break. Set him down. All right. What do we got? 40 seconds until the ads. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Tuesdays are, Tuesdays are hit and miss. Sometimes it's lively, sometimes it's quiet. Either way is fine with me because we're sitting here working, and that's the point. So thank you for being here with me. And I'm going to throw some links at you. First and foremost, to the YouTube channel. That's the main YouTube channel where you can find all my previous work in the form of condensed time lapses and showcases. And all current and future work will get showcases over there as well. and a link to the Discord, the best place for all the latest updates on the channel, the community, any modifications to the schedule. You can share your artwork with us because we love to see it. Let us know when you're going live, all that good stuff. Hope to see you there. And we've got a 3-minute ad break coming up once an hour, and we'll get that out of the way and be free to get back to work for another hour. So I will see you guys after the break, and I'll put the break screen up. Great time to grab a drink, grab a snack, stand up, stretch, all that good stuff. I'll see you back here in just a few. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and update our sub goal. We're at 34 or 40. If we hit 40, that's another sub or emote slot. So we'll change it to 40. And again, big thanks to Design by Joe and Orange Dan today coming in and just obliterating that sub goal and activating our giveaway.
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right, welcome back from the break.
Spoon!
And there's a Rose. Hi, Rose. Welcome in. Rose, I don't, maybe you were lurking yesterday, but if not, we got new stuff and things. We got a face reveal here. Oh, almost dropped my clay. Yeah, new stuff. And a little Feral Moon jack-o'-lantern that I made. In fact, we'll just hop over here for just a moment. Because it's spooky season. And we need to talk about some stuff. Just a few updates. I was kind of talking about it during break, but just to kind of update you guys, I did update the sub goal to 40 because we're at 34 of 40. If we hit 40, that's another couple of emote slots unlocked. So I figured I'd update it. But we are past 30, courtesy of Designed by Joe and Orange Dan kicking off the stream today with some gifted subs and obliterating that sub goal, which activates a giveaway. We're giving away one of these candy corn monsters at the beginning of next month. And now that the giveaway is active, any sub or gifted sub through the month of September, from September 1st through September 30th, will serve as an entry. And then during the first week of October, I'll announce the date when we get closer. We'll draw names, or a name rather, out of the hat. And whoever gets drawn is going to win one of the candy corn monsters and be the first person to publicly own any of my work. Because nobody else, aside from myself and Menchie, owns any of my work. It's all been done for me, no commissions or anything like that. I've never sold anything. So this will be a number one, you know? Little feral mascot in the corner. Yep. A little wolf like me. Got some spooky season stuff yesterday. Nice, Rose. Says me, it's more like all year round stuff for me. I totally get it. Menchie would kill me if I tried to, but she likes Christmas. I like the idea of Christmas, but I don't like so much what it's become. It's very, very, very commercialized, isn't it? And for a season where we talk about the best of humanity and this and that, boy, everybody seems to be on their worst behavior. Because Christmas is exhausting. Spooky Christmas instead, that's my plans. But and as far as off stream, I have to go with the flow and endure it. You know, gotta make Menchie happy too. I heard on the grapevine that it was my name being pulled out of the hat. I don't know, Corpse. We'll have to see. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Feels like Monday because Monday was a holiday and Menchie was home, so now my whole week is off. Is this loud? It feels loud. This is loud. There we go. Let me know if it needs adjusted. But yeah, right now we're working on 3 of these guys simultaneously. Pretty much just trying to get Clay on here today and a few odds and ends. And then we'll kind of jump back and forth as needed. They remind me of those foxes from Day of the Tentacle. Yeah, this will be one of those things that it won't really start coming together until we get color on it, you know? Like, you'll be able to see, obviously, at least have an idea, I would imagine. Like, oh yeah, that's candy corn once the sculpt is done, but get that white and yellow and orange on there and bring it all together. Blue Monday, eh? It's Tuesday, though. Boy, this album was the shit when I was in high school. This was a great album. Are we okay with the rock today? Basically what I did, this is not a playlist. I pulled up Sleep Token and I hit play radio. So getting some Sleep Token and various rock. I figured it'd be kind of nice to have a change up from 80s, 90s, you know. I always feel bad when I change it up like this because I worry that people are looking for more easy listening. And I'm down with it. But sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of rock, mix it up a bit. Get off there. You know what? Before we put that clay on there, let's put some liquid polymer down. That's a pretty big area. Yeah, we'll switch back to the main screen here. My bad. These guys are the inspiration behind this project. These little candy corns, they were some of the first things that I sculpted when I got back into sculpting. And I love them. So I thought it'd be fun to make them bigger and more detailed. Well, not them exactly, but, you know, the concept. some sleep token. Got a little air pocket in there. Let's put some clay to fill it in. At some point, I'm gonna be having a go at making myself a dragon hand jewelry holder. Ooh, that'd be cool. Thought of an idea for the wooden base. Yeah, that would be cool, Rose. And she's got this really cool, like, tree that holds her jewelry. It's like a little tree on a stand kind of thing. Gonna be a lot of working out lumps and bumps on these guys. But it'll be worth it in the end, I think.
High five.
You. Oh, that's right. Andy's streaming today, huh? He's doing some gaming today. That's right. I think if I were gonna do, I just don't have enough interest in games right now to even consider streaming any games. You know, I could stream. I guess I could stream Star Wars Outlaws, but I'm generally playing that at night. And when I can stream, I'm streaming sculpting. But it would be cool to get some like community game stream stuff in, where we can all play together. That'd be cool. Jess Faraz, does water help with smoothing? With polymer clay, you want to use like an isopropyl alcohol. And depending on the kind of clay, and how much you really want to go at it, you want to have varying degrees of isopropyl on your brush. If I'm just doing some light, like fingerprint removal, I'll dab off most of the alcohol. But if I'm wanting like some serious smoothing, I'm going to go in with a saturated brush and specifically like a larger brush. Because with the cos clay specifically, at least in my opinion, based on my experience with Sculpey and cos clay, I think that isopropyl alcohol is a bit more aggressive on cos clay than it is on Sculpey. It works the same for both, but I think it's a little bit more aggressive on the cos clay. So you just got to be careful. You don't want to turn it into mush. And if you do, you can always let it sit. Let it marinate for a bit, and it's going to be right as rain. But you know, when you want to avoid having to take breaks to let the clay dry out a little bit, you just gotta be careful how much you're using. I don't know that water would work though. I've never seen anybody use water on a brush with polymer clay, and I've never certainly used it myself. I would think that it would just kind of roll off because it's an oil based clay. I love this song so much. I love this band. Likewise, dude. Yeah, Perfect Circle jams, man. Like a Jack in the Box or that drawing game. Yeah, something like that, or like, you know, something that's cross play, like it's more accessible whether you're playing on Xbox or PC or, you know, like Fall Guys or something like that. Free to play, it's accessible. We can play regardless of what everybody's playing on, even though Fall Guys stresses me out and not in the good way. But you know what I mean, games like that. You know what? Maybe when we hit 500 followers, we'll have like a community game stream. Just hang out, have some drinks, some smokes, you know, play some video games, hang out. And then another thing I'd like to do too is like, as the community gets a little bit bigger and consistently active, not that some of you aren't, because some of you certainly are. I think it would be kind of a cool thing to do like a once a month sub party in Discord. Have a subs only channel in there where voice channels and stuff where we can hang out and play some video games, and I think that'd be cool. Do it on like a weekend so Menchie could participate as well. I really do love this community, man. You guys will never know. And what it means to me. Like, I truly appreciate having a place to come here and do things I enjoy and hang out with company and people that I enjoy being around. Never played Fall Guys? It's fun. It's just stressful, you know. It's a fun game though. It's just when you're competitive, and I can get a little competitive. I'm not super obnoxiously competitive, but you know, who doesn't like to win? And that game is very hard to win, I feel like. Granted, it's been a long time since I played it, but Minchie and I played it quite a bit together. Back closer to when it, you know, came out. My understanding, there's like a copycat game called like Stumble Guys or something like that. It's a shameless ripoff, but I think it's actually found an audience and some modicum of success. Oh, we're just going into We went from A Perfect Circle to Tool. All right. I like this little game I made with a perfect circle theme. Oh, you like the band? You? Which is your favorite Tool album? I don't know. Anima is great. Of course it is. I do think that I like if you're Inoculum, is that what the newer album's called? I think I like that one better than the previous with Vicarious, although I liked Vicarious and whatever album that was on. But I do think that the newer one is better, in my opinion anyway. But man, like Anima's just a classic though. There's so many good songs on that album. A band I would love to see live. Missed out on an opportunity once because I found out like the day before they were going to be playing. And haven't really got an opportunity since. Also, it's a shame, as far as my understanding goes, I think anymore at concerts, Maynard kind of hangs back into the shadows. Maybe that's changed, but that's what I had heard. Which is funny because I totally get it, but this one's taking a little bit longer. We're gonna get this blended and filled, and then we're gonna switch over to that one. Like I said, I really want to get base layers on, and then we can go in individually. I also want to take a look at our eyeballs, because for 2 of these, we're going to be using some glass eyes. We're definitely beginning the everything is hell phase here, where everything's going to look really goofy and ridiculous until it doesn't. I haven't heard this song in a while. Anybody got any recommendations? Anything good on any movies that have come out on streaming that are worth watching? Really struggling right now to find things. We tried to watch that Scavenger's Reign. Benji and I watched the first episode, and that's not for me. She didn't like it either, so I didn't feel so bad about it. Chaos? What is chaos? Oh, I lost one. Yeah, we've gotten caught up on all the shows. I got a trial on Amazon, and we watched the newer season of Outer Range. Great show, by the way. We've been enjoying it. Thanos is in it. We watched the newest season of The Boys. And we watched, I feel like there was something else on there that we watched, but yeah. It's a satire, Greek mythology. What's it on? We still need to watch the new season of Umbrella Academy, or the last season, I guess, but I'm not feeling like super excited about it because I keep hearing bad things. I like that the new season or the last season of Umbrella Academy is pretty terrible, is everything I keep hearing, which is discouraging and upsetting. I hope it's not as bad as what I keep hearing. Has Goldblum and Eddie Izzard, to name a couple. Interesting. I'll have to check it out on Netflix, eh? You know what I found last night? I didn't even find it. I just kind of stumbled. Let me see something. Let me pull up YouTube and see if it's actually still here. Surely it's not still up. I think it might have gotten taken down. On my homepage on YouTube last night, it recommended, it was the entire Borderlands movie, and it was like DVD quality. I'm like, what? Already full movie on YouTube, and it had been up for 19 hours, had over 1 million views. But I think it's been nuked because it's not coming up. Let me switch over and see if it's still in my previously watched, because I did click on it. Let's see. I think it got nuked. Because I'm not seeing it in my watch list. Yeah, it got nuked. YouTube got it. I thought that was pretty wild, though. It are 19 hours that it made it. Over 19 hours, over 1 million views. And YouTube hadn't caught it yet. Which is kind of crazy, because you would think that, if anything, the audio detection system would flag it multiple times over for all the commercial music. I used to take Tool songs and make all the instruments like steel drums or bagpipes or whatever. It sounds cool. Yeah, I bet. All right, we'll run this through and then turn it sideways, of course. Oh, damn it. This is going to be one of those projects where it's slow moving at the start, you know, but once we really get into it, things should go pretty quick. A lot of prep, a lot of refinement, shaping, stuff like that. But we'll have fun. And then what do you guys think? Because we didn't really determine. It's just going to be, you know, whoever wins the giveaway is going to get one of these candy corns. Should we vote on which one once they're all done, or should winner get to choose? What do you think? Love this band too. Used to have a job that required a good bit of driving all day, every day. And I listened to a rock station that always played Alice in Chains. Yeah, and by the way, the whole giveaway works. Anybody sub to the channel, well, if you got a gifted sub, it would be the person that gifted it that gets the entry. But anybody sub to the channel will automatically have an entry, you know, at least through the month of September. I think that's fair that way. And I looked into shipping. Oh boy. It's going to be like 30 to 60 bucks to ship it international, but it's not going to kill me. And like I said, the sub goal was number 1 to unlock new emote slots. And number 2, it helps pay for the shipping, so fun little thing to do. Not just for you guys, but for me. I've never done anything like this, so it's kind of fun. Also, just kind of an exciting idea to get a piece of my work out there somewhere in the world. Might be something we'll have to do from time to time if this goes well. You a happy woman with your piece of my collection? Yeah, I would like to get to a point where I'm selling some stuff too. I just want to get to a point where it would obviously, like the you know, we've talked about it. The Jerboa was such a big project. Like I would have to sell that for quite a large price tag, and I don't feel good about that. So I would like to get to a point where I've got a little bit of experience under my belt with molding and casting, and we can duplicate some things, and then that way I can sell some of my work for cheap, you know, not cheap, but cheaper, you know, and yeah, cheap comparatively, I suppose. You know, basically what I'm saying is like pieces of this scale, you know, I would want to sell for less than $100, of course. And when you're talking like a one-off original piece that takes dozens of hours, then you kind of have to price it higher, especially with materials um and I don't feel good about pricing it. It stresses me out because I want my work, if I were to make stuff to sell, I would want it to be something that's not out of reach for people, you know. I follow a sculptor, incredible work, definitely a professional, and he's selling like, you know, they sculpt and then they make molds and they cast with bronze. So you're getting a bronze statue, but like, you know, a 2 foot tall rabbit, like 15 grand, you know, that's crazy. Not saying he's crazy for pricing it, but that's a lot of money, you know. And while it may be justified, I don't want to make work that I have to put price tags on stuff like that, you know. I just wouldn't feel great about it. It would be very cool to get into metal casting, but that is, if ever, a possibility. Certainly not now. Though I do have a friend that does quite a bit of metal casting. You guys have heard me talk about Paul's Garage on YouTube, and he's been in here as well. But yeah, Paul's awesome. Real good guy. Some 311. Saw this band live. What I remember of the show was fantastic. Okay. Let's get the bottom coverage, the front of the bottom jaw. Okay. Let's take those back off. I need to get liquid polymer clay on there, and then we'll get it back on there and blend it. And then I think what we'll do, we'll take a little bit of a break from the clay, and we're going to look through the eyeballs that we've got. We need to pick one large one for the Cyclops. And then we need a pair for this guy. How are we doing on time before? We got about 10 minutes till the next break already. Wow. Time is flying. More sleep token. Still haven't played my favorite sleep token song. Speaking of art collections, I need to find out if Line Craftery is finished with the one piece he was working on, and if he's adding it to his store, because I want it. Need a piece of Line Craftery art on my walls. What's the deal here? Play's getting super mushy. Okay. All right, that's a good start there, I think. Let me get my container. Okay, I need a drink. We're going to be working with orange, yellow, and white. So far, that's the standout for me. I don't know if these ones are too big. They're definitely borderline. They're doable. But I don't even see any that I like, to be honest. All right, so these borderline too big, and none of them that really stood out to me anyways. Ah! The big candy corn's attacking the little candy corn. Watch out. What do we think, guys? That's going to be a white eyeball around it, surrounded in orange. I kind of feel like the green. I think that's the one we're going to want. Also, little eyeballs. Either one of these should technically work.
It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
I need to order some that are normal colors too. Technically, these would work. Also, this is a damn good song. I haven't heard this in ages. Some of these tiny ones are off center and they're crap, like that one. Unacceptable. Well, let's see. We got about a minute until the ad starts. That's what we used on the candle. Go with these blue. A deep blue or, ooh, maybe these. I think that might be a good one. And then for the other one, he's just going to have black eyes, so. All right, folks, we got an ad break coming up. It's that time. Probably the last one for the day, to be honest. Right? What are we at? The 2-hour mark? Yeah. We'll take a quick break, 3 minutes, and then we'll have another hour or so of work ahead of us. And real quick, throwing some links at you. First and foremost is to the main YouTube channel where you can find all my past and or previous and future projects in the form of condensed time lapses and showcase videos, including the Jerboa that I just spent 11 weeks working on. You can check that out over there. And a link to the Discord, best place for all the latest updates to the channel, the community, any modifications to the schedule. You can share your artwork with us. We love to see it. Let us know when you're going live, all that good stuff. Hope to see you there. And I'm dropping eyeballs. Oh boy. I'm just gonna scoop these into my hand. All right, we got that situated. We know what eyeballs we're using. I think we're gonna go back to working on our Cyclops guy after the break, which is ongoing right now. I'm gonna put the break screen up. I'm gonna hit the head real quick, and I'll be right back.
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right. Sorry about that. Sorry. Was chasing down eyeballs, and then I had to take an actual break. But yeah, what I was saying was I think we're gonna start smoothing these out. There's gonna be a little bit of a process with these, right? There's gonna be basically some groove lines that we are gonna be doing throughout the entire candy corn piece. So we need to smooth this, each one of them. We need to make sure we're filling in any bumps and lumps, all that good stuff. Because some of that's going to be foil, some of that can be spread out. Just got to do the process. So let's go ahead. Got some new brushes coming on Friday. I'm excited. Some new brushes, a heat gun. I finally ordered my heat gun. I need a nice smoothing tool for large areas. These wood tools I have suck. I do have some new tools coming. Yeah, we need some clay right in there. Just like a divot. I'm almost wondering if it would be easier just to give this a bake once it's smoothed. And that way we have a solid base to work off of. Then again, I don't know. I kind of want to just go at it without a save point here if I can. That's going to be where this project has its share of trials. I think each project has its own little thing, little quirk, little thing that wants to test your patience. This one's definitely going to be a lot of smoothing. Because I don't want these guys lumpy. And we're working with such like big space, you know? A lot of smoothing on these. But we'll get it there. We'll get it there. You know, Oblina, she required a lot of refinement and smoothing as well. Arguably more difficult because she's like that weird candy cane shape. If anything, doing the giveaway makes me just want to make sure these are all done that much better. Because even if it is just a giveaway, it's not like a commission piece or something, but it's a big deal to me, man. This is the first time something I've made is going to somebody other than me or Menchie, and I want to make sure it's good, you know? And if you are watching on the VOD and you're intrigued or interested, by all means, come over, hang out with us on Twitch. Drop a sub, get entered. You could win one of these as well. I do think what we're going to be working towards here is a smooth finish. And then maybe a bake, because I think it would be easier to do my groove detail by a little bit of additive clay on top of a set foundation, something that's not malleable. And sometimes the best tool is just using your hand. Sometimes. Let's say that's Paramore. Another thing too, as long as it's down to minimal bumps here, like if we've got a few imperfections here and there, it's not a huge deal because I can always sand. Something I'm trying to get in the habit of when it comes to finishing on a sculpt. No reason not to, you know, when it's needed and you can. It's not going to hurt anything, and the only thing it's going to do is improve it, so why not? I did a little bit of sanding on Oblina and it helped out tremendously. Little spot right in there. A little dab of clay and smooth it out. Obviously, I could just take away clay around these little divots, but we don't want to take a bunch of clay off. You know, we're working with the, not a thin layer, but not a thick layer either. I think we got some areas down towards the bottom that could use some filling in as well. One of these days we'll get to the fun part, chat, I promise. But to everybody that sticks around and hangs out with me on the days where we're doing the real work, you know, like this stuff that's not so fun but essential, I appreciate you guys. Oh boy. We won't go that heavy, chat. It's fine with me, but I don't know about you guys. I have realized in recent days, I kind of like this music to work to. Oh, goodness. Pisces. What's up, Rose? I think it's about time to let this clay rest a little bit. It's getting a bit warm. That's why I'm starting to think that maybe a shell here baked would help move things smoothly. You know? Bake these, like get them semi-smooth about at least where we're at right here. And then bake them, sand them down. Then we can add some more clay on top to do the groove work, the grooves that run vertically on these guys. Kind of feel like that's probably going to be the approach I take here. And then, you know, sand them down, like I said, and the song you skip, I recognized it. Oh, the one that might have been too heavy for folks. Yeah, I didn't even look who it was. I just figured maybe a bit too heavy. Not for me, but like I said, I try to keep the music at least somewhat more appealing to people beyond just myself, I suppose. Ginger. Yeah, I think give that a bake, and then we've got a solid base to work from, you know? Bake it, sand it down, then we can add clay. Hell, we could almost do strips to get our lines, and probably wait till we start on the face for that. They definitely got quite a mix of music in this radio station. Definitely some areas to fill in here. Much better. All-time low? Really? I don't feel like this qualifies as rock. Oh, hell yeah. This song's badass. Yeah, I definitely think once these are smooth, They're gonna get baked. I think that's probably because otherwise, you know, we're sitting here working on stuff. No matter how much smoothing and stuff I do, it's such a big surface, and we're not on an armature here, so it's gonna be constantly getting smushed by my fingers and. Maybe we'll do. We'll see, but maybe we'll do another giveaway next month too. I'm not sure though, because I don't know what my plans are quite yet as far as pumpkin monsters go. Let's see, what time is it? 2 o'clock? Why would I play the Sleep Token song that I really like? This one's good though, I think. Kind of slow though. Yeah, this one's kind of slow. I'm gonna skip it. What is this? I don't know this song. Uh, Goodness. Whatever. I'm not gonna skip every song. Just trying to get to a particular song. Oh no. Such romantics, 3 days grace, you know? Good news is, lumps and bumps wise, not too bad here. Okay. Let's get some ISO on there, and I'm just going to start smoothing it by hand here and see. What I'll probably do if we get this one finished is have these two baked before Thursday's stream, and that way we can sand. We'll do this process on that one, but then we can start back on these and throw that one in the oven. And we'll start by sanding these down. And get a nice, smooth, firm foundation to work from. And then we can start adding clay. Well, actually, we'll probably do facial detail and then add clay and do our like little bevels. Is this Thrice? No, I was gonna say, I don't recognize this song. It sounded like Thrice, almost. Like old Thrice, anyway. Come on now, get off there. Okay. Again, I'm not going to go for perfect, but because we are going to be adding clay on top of this, but we do want, you know, of course, to get rid of all the lumps that we can. Small stuff, we can sand that out. It's the big stuff that we need to make sure we're taking care of here. No Fallout Boy. Okay, let's fill this little gap in here, hopefully. On this little area here. A little bit of a clay deficit there. That's a good song. All right, let's give this another smooth and see how it's looking. Some Coheed and Cambria, eh? All right, then. Hmm. I think we're about at a almost at a point where it should be good enough. Throw in the oven for a solid base. We can sand down. Do a little smoothing on the front here. hands are covered in clay residue. I think that might be. Yeah, we got a piece of foil showing through. That's not good. I mean, whatever, I suppose. If it's an underlayer, it doesn't really matter.
It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
Is it that time already? Well, I suppose I'm going to spend a few minutes here with this knot in my hands getting wrinkle grooves in it for my gloves. I'm going to correct those spots real quick. But yeah, I think what we'll do now that we have a mostly smooth base here is bake these like I was saying, and I'll sand them down. Then we can add clay on top of it. It'll be a much better experience than trying to do all of this on malleable clay. And then once these are baked, I can start doing more proper shaping, you know. I hate working on foil though. I really do. Especially when we're trying to get something like super smooth, you know. That's why I think, like I said, we'll bake it, we'll sand those down. And then we'll go in and work on the face. And then through adding clay, we'll perfect the shaping after the fact. Not that there's going to be a lot of that to do, but we'll put strips of clay and create our little texture, our lines and whatnot. That is what we will do on that. And this guy will refine later. All right, I need to wash that brush off. Almost a pound of clay between the three of those. Get rid of these defined lines. We don't want those. Okay. I think we're in the middle of an ad. All right. I can't wait to get out of the everything is hell stage. We'll get there eventually. But I am getting sleepy. It's been quiet. And I think we're going to call it there.
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right. So you're still with me through the ad break there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to bake these so I can sand them down. And we can do the rest of it with additive, clay. Instead of trying to work on this malleable surface that I literally have to hold, it's just going to constantly get messed up. I think that's probably the best course of action for these guys, A lot easier to work with that way too. And a better finish, I think, with being able to sand it down. So that is the plan. If nothing else, we might do a little bit more work on these beforehand. I'm not entirely sure. I'll make that judgment call. Sometime before the next stream, But I think that is it for me today. Let's take a look and see. Actually, you know what? I don't think we're going to raid. It's been too quiet. I don't want to raid and it's just me walking in there like, hey. So no raid. But let's see. I think Andy's streaming. You guys want to go over that way? It's not that quiet? Oh, what are you talking about? Last message was 30 minutes ago. And before that, Rose has been chatting with me. Just returned from dinner. No, you're fine, Corpse. You're fine. It's just Tuesdays, dude. Tuesdays are hit and miss, And I'm doing like a really boring part of this process, and I've had enough of it today. I need nicotine. But yeah, I'm going to think on it. and decide what I want to do moving forward on the, like if I want to bake it first, you know. I feel like baking what we have there, with the exception of the far right one, that one still needs smoothed yet. But baking the semi-smooth ones and then sanding those down and then working over top of that solid foundation will probably be a little bit better for the things that we have to do moving forward. Like, you know, candy corns, kind of like pumpkins, have like a bevel in them. We're gonna be doing a bevel across a vertical bevel across the body on each of these. And I think that we can achieve that pretty simply by like small snakes of clay. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But the point is, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to have a solid shell to work on top of rather than everything malleable and I have to hold it in my hands, which ends up squishing it and moving clay around, which obviously leads to endless smoothing. And we don't want that. There's no sense in that. But yeah, it'll be a lot more fun here in the next couple days, guys, I promise. Once we get through all the smoothing and all that crap, and we can start working on the face details and all that good stuff. That'll be the fun stuff, you know. We did pick out some eyeballs, though. For the Cyclops. This guy. And that'll be embedded in an eyeball. You know, we'll have a ball of clay that this is embedded in as a proper eyeball. So it'll kind of stick out, right? And then for this guy, or no, this guy. Well, same thing. You know, these will be in eyeballs. It won't just be like plopped on his face or something. You ever play with resin to make eyeballs? I've coated eyeballs with resin. Yeah, I have UV resin. I use it most of the time unless I'm using glass eyes. In fact, we may play around with some UV resin in the mouth region on these guys, and then at least one of them will have UV resin on his eyes. This one in particular. This one right here, he's going to be kind of like a menacing smile with fangs, and his eyeballs are just going to be like black little balls in his head. And we'll put UV resin over that to make them shine. That's my plan for that one. It'll just be a lot more fun when we can actually start working on that part, you know? But overall, I think I did a pretty good job smoothing here. There's some more work to be done. And like I said, we'll be able to sand that down as well. So probably do some more refinement. And maybe even eyeballs on Thursday. And, you know, if I'm feeling up to it, I don't know if I have time, but if I'm feeling up to it and I have time, I might do a little bit of refining off stream. You know, stuff like that. I'll do off stream on occasion because it's repetitive. You guys have seen it all, and if I can cut down the amount of that we're doing on stream, then so be it. I think it makes the stream a little bit more enjoyable anyway. Eyeball Thursday sounds like a plan. Yep, eyeballs and smoothing. Eyeballs and more smoothing. And I may have my new stuff by then. We'll see. We shall see. You know what? I don't have my paint tray. Let me check something. I don't think it's going to work. Maybe. If we use this as a clay mold and embed this into that for the eyeball, but I don't think that's quite big enough. What I'm thinking about getting some silicone like ball molds. That sounds bad. Egg cup, I don't have any. Yeah. Just my paint tray. You can get a silicone eyeball mold for relatively inexpensive, like less than $10 with multiple sizes. I've just been hesitant. I don't know why. Mostly space, I think. I'm running out of storage space for all my stuff. Might be worth it if you're gonna make eyes a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And that paint tray works perfect for the right size. It really does. But like that was literally the back of Oblina's eye. The paint tray. The back there. That's just molded in the paint tray. It worked out perfectly. So yeah, I think it'd be too small to be like the actual eyeball though. We need it a little bit bigger, so not a big deal. What I'll probably do is just get a ball of foil, roll a ball of clay around it, and press the eyeball into it and clean it up. I get to christen a pair of my bolt cutters for the armature of the dragon hand. Oh fun. Oh fun. Yeah, our next sculpt project after the candy corn is going to involve foil armature as well. You know that? The pumpkins, what I'll probably do for those though, what I'll probably do for the pumpkins is a foil ball core and then some ultralight on the outside of that. That way I can get the shape better. And create the recesses that we need for the eyeballs and stuff like that. Still an amateur armature. So am I, dude. It's my least favorite part of sculpting. It really truly is. I know I bitched about the wire with Oblina a lot, but that was because her armature was just weird to begin with. I mean, look at her. She's a weirdo. But I would much rather work with a wire armature over foil any day. And the problem is some things, obviously, not going to get much of a wire armature for a piece of candy corn. So, you know, you got to do what's appropriate. And the projects we're doing right now are just foil armature appropriate, I guess. Blame Daddy buys me DIY tools to play with and create. That doesn't sound like a bad deal at all. You know, if he wants to send some tools my way. Yeah. Great stream today, guys. It doesn't seem like we got a lot done, but we really did. I mean, these guys are covered in clay now. They were just foil at the start of the stream. 2 of the 3 are pretty well smoothed down. I'd say that's a success. You know, I'll call it a success. Next stream is going to be Thursday. No stream tomorrow. I'm going to go visit my grandfather and get some things done. And I can tell you with certainty that there will be no stream on Friday, even though it's not a normal stream day, but an occasional bonus stream day. I know it's not going to be able to happen this week because I got to take one of the rats to the vet. So it's going to be a busy day. But we'll see what the weekend holds, you know. But before we even get to that, we got a Thursday stream coming up. We'll get some work done there. To be fair, at one point it was out of annoyance because you kept bothering his, right? Or borrowing. I can't talk today. Good luck with the rat. Yeah, it should be a relatively simple procedure. The growth is external that they're removing. So it's pretty much slicing it off and stitching it up for the most part. But my big concern, Corpse, is after the fact, if we're going to have to keep the two rats separate. The vet seems to think she'll be fine with a cage mate, but, you know, I don't want the cage mate trying to help and then pulling stitches out and stuff. So we'll see when we get there. One day at a time, right? Do we have an Andy stream live right now? We do have an Andy stream. All right. Well, why don't we go say hello to Andy? I'm not sure what he's doing. I know he's playing a game. Is it God of War? Let me pull up Twitch real quick. God of War. God of War. No, wait, what? That's not God of War. That's the weirdest mod in God of War I've ever seen. Looks like he's playing Cuphead. That game's hard as hell. All right, well, let's go watch Andy play Cuphead. But first, that's his title? Yeah, I see that. Must have forgot to change it, maybe? But let's hop over here, folks. I got some thank yous to give out here. I mean, the game name. Oh, yeah. Yeah, God of War. Let me scroll. I'm scrolling. Did I scroll too far? I scrolled too far. Pedro's Workshop, first and foremost, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the stream today, and hopefully we'll catch you on Thursday when I'm back at it and continuing on with our candy corn monsters. Let's see. We kicked off the stream today with a massive 10 gifted subs from Designed by Joe, which obliterated our sub goal and activated the giveaway. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can win one of those once they're done. One of our candy corn monsters. Any sub or gifted sub gets you an entry for the month of September. And then the first week of October, we'll be drawing a winner, and I will be shipping the lucky winner one of our candy corn monsters. So shipping is covered. You don't have to worry about it. I'm paying for it, of course. I wouldn't do a giveaway and then expect whoever wins to pay for shipping, especially with international shipping rates. So yeah, that's exciting and fun. First time I've ever done anything like that. I've never even sold a piece of my work. So here we are. Thank you guys so much. Orange Dan also gifting 2 subs today. Thank you very much, both of you, for the massive support to the channel. Greatly appreciated. And each and every one of you that have been hanging out with me today, thank you for making the stream enjoyable and taking the tedium like these processes right here and turning it into something fun where we can just hang out and chat, listen to music, have a good time. So thank you for that. Lurkers, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are not forgotten. And it certainly makes a difference. So thank you for those lurks. I very much appreciate that. We're going to go say hello to Andy Mecca. I'm going to queue that up. I'm going to get those raid calls ready for you. Here we go. And raid calls. If you're not subbed, there's one for you. If you are subbed, there's one for you. And I need to copy that as well. Man. Hold on. I had to go back before I can start the raid and copy the raid message. Because it won't let me do it in the bot. Let's make sure I enunciate properly when I say that. And if you didn't get that, I'm not repeating it. All right, Andy Mecca. There we go. Starting the raid. Guys, thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I, of course, won't be here to see you, but I will be back on Thursday, probably around 11 noon, somewhere in that ballpark, Eastern time, of course. But until then, you guys take care. Have a good time. Have a good day. And happy hump day in advance. I will see you guys on the other side of the raid. It looks like he's switching over to God of War.